Welcome to all Aligned to Enlightened followers. This is week 4 of our video blogs entitled The Eternal Guidance System, the E.G.S. First, I'd like to briefly talk about a commonly used device called the GPS. At one point, we all probably had GPS systems that we carried around in our car. They plugged into our cigarette lighter, and we used them to navigate along our destinations. Today, we have GPS functions and capabilities right on our handheld devices, our cell phones. The purpose of a GPS is to guide you from point A to point B along the path of least resistance. The point of a GPS is to take you from where you currently are to where you want to be along the safest route, the quickest route. The GPS is able to detect weather conditions, construction, and the whole purpose is to safely guide you to where you want to be, to where you want to go. Okay? The GPS is not concerned at all about where you were yesterday. It's not concerned about what you did, what you had for lunch. It's not concerned about your background. It's your moral conduct or your standard for living doesn't have anything to do with the functions and capabilities of the GPS, right? Likewise, I want, as we talk about the E.G.S, the Eternal Guidance System, those same characteristics hold true. Your eternal guidance system, what is your eternal guidance system? Your eternal guidance system is your inner being's communication with you. Your internal guidance system, your intuition, your perception, your third eye, some people have referred to it as, your perceptions. It is your inner being's means of communication with you in terms of telling you where you stand now versus where your inner being stands, okay? Your eternal guidance system is governed by emotions and feelings. Your emotions and feelings are your indicators to where you currently stand versus where your inner being stands. And your inner being is always standing at the end of your destination, lighting up the path for you to take the highlighted route, right? Feelings and emotions. So let's talk real briefly about the differences between feelings and emotions, because some people like to say that they're the same. We tend to look at them as different. Your feelings are more visceral. Your feelings trigger emotions. For example, if I walk and step on a tack, ouch! I stepped on a tack that hurt my toe, and now I have the emotion of anger because I didn't clean up this morning, or I neglected a household duty that I ended up stepping on a tack. So, ouch! That hurt is the feeling, and the emotion that it triggered is anger, or it could be another emotion based on whatever you're feeling at the time. But the point is, feelings trigger emotions, and more so, the point is that your emotions are your internal guidance system's way of telling you what if you're on the highlighted path, if you're on the highlighted route. The more negative emotions that you have, the worse you feel, which tells you you're off the highlighted path. The more positive emotions you experience and the better you feel is the indicator that you're on the highlighted route. The purpose of your eternal guidance system is to remove confusion. It is to create ease for you. Your eternal guidance system's purpose is to remove confusion. It offers you the path of least resistance from where you currently stand to where you want to be, similar to the GPS. So that in a nutshell is kind of what we wanted to talk about on this segment. What I want to leave you with, what's the takeaway from this video? I want you to pay attention to your feelings. We want you to understand the power that you have inside you to recognize what when you're faced with decisions and when you're faced with a dilemma or you're at a crossroad in life. Pay attention to how you're feeling. What are your emotions telling you? Like if you are feeling good about a particular circumstance, then that usually means that you're on the right path. If you don't feel good about a particular circumstance, it usually means you're on the wrong path. And we use those words right and wrong loosely, just as we use good and bad because they're all relative. But if you're feeling negative emotion about a situation, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to leave the situation or that you need to quit the job, for example, or get a divorce. What it does mean is that the same thing that you are looking at, the same subject that you're faced with, that you're feeling a negative emotion about, your inner being is not feeling a negative emotion about. Your inner being is focusing on the highlighted route. Your inner being is focusing on the path of least resistance and the well-being toward that path of least resistance. So pay attention to your feelings, pay attention to your emotions, and stay on the highlighted route. Have a good week. We'll see you next week for more videos. Peace.